Welcome to this 30-minute full body stretch flow designed to release the shoulders, hips, and spine while exploring the power of binds. If your body has been feeling tight, tense, or like you're carrying too much weight on your shoulders lately, this practice is an invitation to soften and unwind. We will flow through a series of feel-good stretches, gentle strengthening, and supportive shapes that help dissolve tension and create more space in the body. Many of the poses we'll explore include binds, where your body wraps around itself. Instead of seeing these shapes as restrictive, I invite you to experience them as support, as your body holding itself, almost like a hug from the inside. By the end of this flow, you may notice your shoulders feel lighter, your hips more open, and your whole body a little bit more at ease. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in and let the journey begin. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome to today's Hatha flow. We are going to get started in a wide leg child's pose. So bring your big toes together to touch, your knees wide, and then extend your arms forward as you melt your forehead, your third eye, to the earth. As you arrive on your mat, could you guide your awareness to your breath and begin elongating your inhales, breathing in through the belly and the chest and throat, and then maybe one sigh out the mouth, letting everything go. Your tension from the day, welcoming this moment right here, this moment of presence and gratitude that we have the ability to show up and move our bodies, and continue to breathe the best way you know how, allowing this breath to guide your movement today, to guide your practice. Artist and musician Morgan Harper Nichols says that you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. Today we are working with binds, and this statement is the whole practice in one sentence. If you've played with binds before, then you know that it can be easy to perceive them as restrictive or like obstacles. But really, the bind is an expression of two opposites simultaneously. You're holding tight, yet opening deeply. You're contained and sort of tangled, yet you're expansive. You're the masterpiece, complete, whole, enough as you are right now. And yet you're also the work in progress, still exploring, still learning what your body can do, what its capacity is, and what you're capable of. So while we are in our binds today, we can hold two truths at the same time. Yes, it's okay if the bind feels restrictive, but what if you perceived it, instead of an obstacle, it's actually extra support? It's a hug from yourself. You're holding yourself in your own arms. How would the poses feel if you could look at it as though you're supporting yourself? When you're ready, prop onto your fingertips, press into the earth, feel the activation through your arms. And then inhale, lift your chest, reach your left arm towards the sky. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, thread your left arm through the right. Release your left ear, left cheek, and shoulder down to the floor. And then your right arm can stay walking forward or take your first spine. Wrap the right arm behind the back, reaching for the left inner thigh. Notice how the bind feels in your body. You're not just stretching, you are wrapping around yourself, your body supporting itself. As you open through the shoulder, take one more generous breath here. And then you may release the bind. Bring your right arm down, unravel, unthread your left arm, and come back to a neutral child's pose. Take a moment to reset, and then prop back onto your fingertips. Take an inhale, lift your chest, lift your right arm to the sky, gaze up. Exhale, thread right arm through, release right shoulder, right cheek down to the earth. Left arm can bind around the back, reaching for the right inner thigh. Can you soften your jaw even though the bind is tight? Allowing yourself to loosen where you might be holding on to unnecessary tension. When you're ready, release the bind, come back into child's pose. From child's pose, press yourself up onto all fours, tabletop, bringing hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and just flow through some cat-cows here. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, press into the floor, round your spine, and just move to the rhythm of your breath, allowing it to guide you. Next time you open up into cow, take an inhale, and then exhale, shift back, child's pose. And then inhale, roll forward all the way up and open into cobra or upward facing dog, shoulders back. Exhale, shift back, child's pose. Feel free to prop onto your fingertips as you roll forward. Inhale, upward cobra. Exhale, shift back, child's pose. This time as you roll forward, pause in upward cobra. Gaze past your right shoulder. Now gaze past your left shoulder. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Release your fingertips, and then inhale, press yourself up, roll forward into upward cobra, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. Gaze to your right, bring your arms out to a wide U or T shape. Coming into broken wing, bend your right knee, roll onto your left hip, and allow the right foot to land to the outside of your left leg. Right arm binds around the back. You're gazing towards your right, opening up through the chest and the shoulders. Notice how the bind is keeping you contained as you open. One more breath. And then release. Come all the way onto your belly. Bring your arms out wide, look to your left, spin onto your right hip as you bend your left knee and plant the foot to the outside of your right leg. Left arm binds around the back. Breathe into the front side of the body that's opening through the shoulders, the heart, feeling the energy move. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly release back to center onto your belly. Interlace your hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, press down to the tops of your feet, and inhale, lift your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, release. We're going to do that again. Inhale, press down to the tops of your feet, lift your chest, draw the knuckles back. Exhale, release and lower. And last time, inhale, lift the chest, maybe lift the legs this time. Keep them close together, breathe in, lift, and exhale, lower everything down. Release your arms, bring the hands underneath your shoulders, and then press yourself up and back to a narrow leg child's pose. Knees together, arms reach behind you by your sides with the palms facing up. When you're ready, reach your arms forward, press up into tabletop. Tuck all 10 toes and then lift your knees, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out your dog, bending one knee and then the other. Soften your shoulders down, wrap your arms in, around towards your ears, spread your fingers wide, find stillness in your down dog. We're going to take some spinal rolls from high plank to down dog. So on your inhale, like a wave, roll forward, vertebra over vertebra to high plank. And then exhale, bend your knees, shift your chest back towards your thighs as you straighten the legs, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, shift back, down dog. Find the rhythm of the ocean that exists within you, rolling forward, bending the knees, pressing up and back, down dog. Pause, find stillness, breathe. Look back at your feet, begin to walk your hands all the way back to meet them. Coming into ragdoll, you can slightly bend the knees, allow your upper body to hang heavy. Hands reach for opposite elbows as you sway side to side. Head can shake out any tension. And then release your arms, spread your feet out wider than shoulder width. Bring your left hand to the center of your mat, bend your left knee, inhale, reach your right arm open, gaze up, twist. Option for a half bind, binding your right arm behind the back, reaching for the left thigh, or you can take a full bind, threading your left arm underneath the bent left leg, reaching for the right wrist, opening up through the shoulder. And maybe your hands don't touch in this bind. That's okay. That's the work in progress. You can release if you took the bind, bring both of your arms down. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Other side, bend your right knee, reach your left arm towards the sky. Option to stay or take your half bind. Or if you did on the last side, you can try the full bind, threading right arm underneath your bent right knee, reaching towards the left wrist or fingers. Roll the left shoulder, open and back, gazing up. One more inhale. Exhale to release the bind. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, walk yourself forward into a downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high, three-legged dog. Point or flex the toes. Exhale, round and curl, knee to nose, shift forward, look forward, step your right foot in between your hands. Runner's lunge, inhale, open through the heart, and then exhale, shift back, straighten through your front leg, pyramid pose, maybe you lift the right toes. We're gonna flow, inhale, we open up, runner's lunge, exhale, shift back, straighten the legs, pyramid. Again, inhale, bend the knee, open up, runner's lunge. Exhale, shift back, wide leg pyramid. Pause in pyramid for one breath. And then on your inhale, come back to runner's lunge. Release your back knee down for low lunge. And then guide your right arm to the inside of your right foot as you heel toe it over towards the right. Come to the knife's edge of your right foot as you take your right hand to open up through the right hip. Open and expand through your heart, gazing up towards your right shoulder. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, gently release, come back to lizard lunge, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, shift back and forth a few times. Maybe making some circles. Building some momentum here, we are going to step our left foot all the way up forward into a yogi squat with the feet wide, the toes out, the hips low, hands come to heart center. You can use your elbows to guide the knees open. Chest is lifted high, straight spine. Interlace your fingers in front of you, pointer fingers facing up. And then on your inhale, press into your feet, stand up, taking a side stretch over towards the right, lean back. Exhale, lower to yogi squat. Inhale, press to stand, side stretch open towards the left, little back bend. Exhale, lower down, yogi squat. This time, inhale, press to stand. Open up your arms to a cactus, lean back, and then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring your feet back, hip width distance apart. One Vinyasa. Inhale, open your arms high towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold through center. Inhale, lengthen halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your knees down as you bend your elbows, chin towards the earth, Ashtangasana, 8-limb pose. Inhale, slide forward and open to upward cobra or upward facing dog with the thighs lifted. Exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. We are going to take those spinal waves again. On your inhale, roll forward, high plank, vertebrae by vertebrae. And then exhale, bend your knees, shift your chest back, straighten through the legs, down dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, press back, using your shoulders, feeling them do the work. Good, landing back in down dog, pause. Inhale, extend your left leg high towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, round and curl, knee to nose, shift forward, look forward, step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, runner's lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, shift back, straighten the legs, knee to nose for pyramid. Inhale, open and bend, runner's lunge. Exhale, shift back, pyramid. 2 more rounds with your breath. Finding that flow, maybe in pyramid, the left toes flex up. 1 more round, and then we land in pyramid for an extra breath. Breathe. And then inhale, runner's lunge. Release your back knee down to the earth. Bring your left arm to the inside of your left foot, coming into lizard lunge. Take your left hand, guide the left knee open and away as you gaze up and past your left shoulder. Maybe you use your left hand to pulse the left hip open a few times. Take 1 more inhale, opening and expanding. Exhale, come back to lizard lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee. Begin to shift back and forth, maybe taking circles again. And then this time, start to walk your hands over towards the right as you pivot your toes in, heels slightly out for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands to hips, making any adjustments you need. And then exhale, fold. Take your hands down to the earth. Maybe you walk them back in between your legs. Create a soft bend in the knees. Bring your weight towards your toes, away from your heels. Use your upper body strength to guide the chest back. Now walk your hands forward underneath your shoulders. Bring your hands to your hips and then press all the way up to stand. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together, knuckles draw down, gaze looks up, and then exhale, hinge at your hips as you forward fold, wringing out your shoulders. The bind is pulling your shoulders together, creating space across your chest. Every inhale creating space, every exhale creating depth. Good, now you can release your bind, bring your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine halfway. And then exhale, take your hands to bind around the backs of your ankles. Or you can take peace fingers to big toes. Any variation you'd like here for a few breaths. When you're ready, bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And then moving into Skandasana on the right, bend into your right knee. Guide your hands to your heart. Shift the hips back. Maybe you sink the hips low. Maybe you come so low that your left toes flip up towards the sky. Option 2, expand your arms open. Maybe you bind, wrapping your right arm around the right knee, reaching your left arm behind you, reaching for the right wrist or fingers. Open up through the left shoulder, gaze up towards the sky. You can always take a half bind or no bind at all. Listen to your body. When you're ready, you can release. You can take your hands down to the earth in front of you and start to walk them forward. Come onto the sole of both of your feet. As you shift the hips back, you should feel this deep opening through the inner thighs. Start to walk your hands back, and then we're just going to shift our lunge over towards the left side now. Take your time, bring your hands to your heart, shift the hips back, and then start to sink them low as you can go. Option to spread open your wings, right arm reaches high, left arm to the inside of your left knee. And then option for a full or half bind, opening up through your right shoulder, gazing up. Notice how the bind gives you something to press against. The resistance is actually support for more expansion. You can stay in the bind or bring your hands down, walk them forward, press down into the soles of both of your feet as you press into the earth, shift your hips back, feel that inner thigh stretch. Now walk your hands underneath your shoulders as you straighten through the legs. And now shifting from side to side, Skandasana lunge from your left to your right, flowing between them, maybe with your hands or maybe without using your hands, just using your breath. You're strong, your legs are holding you. You do not need your hands. Now listen carefully. We're going to land in Skandasana on the left. Release your hands. Walk your body forward into a runner's lunge facing the front of your mat. And then come into pigeon by sliding your left foot behind the left wrist, left knee behind the left wrist. Lower the hips, square them off. Make any adjustments, use any props that you need. And then if your body wants it today, you can forward fold over the left leg. And just allow these next few breaths to be one big release. Letting go. Allowing gravity to melt away anything that you're gripping onto. Slowing down the breath. When you're ready, you can gently rise and walk your hands back up towards you. Shift your weight towards the left and swing your right leg forward. Bring your left leg into half lotus, or you can just keep the left sole of the foot to the inside of your right thigh for half butterfly. When you're ready, take an inhale, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, fold over your right leg. If you're in half lotus and you have any pain in your left knee, you can always place a rolled up towel or blanket underneath the knee for support. Otherwise, just come back into a half butterfly. For more sensation, flex both of your feet. Slowly roll yourself back up to seated. Bend your left knee, plant the left sole of the foot to the inside of your right inner thigh. Straighten through the spine. Option to bind, left arm wraps around the left knee, right arm wraps behind the back. Maybe you reach for the fingers or the wrists. Expand the chest open and inhale. And then as you exhale, you can fold, guiding your nose towards your right knee. The paradox of the bind is that the tighter you bind, the more you have to soften. The more contained you are, the more you have to trust. You are cradling yourself in your own embrace. It's support. Gently rise when you're ready. If you took the fold, release the bind, extend your left leg forward, shake everything out. Cross your legs, shift your weight forward into tabletop, and then tuck your toes, press yourself up and back into a downward facing dog. Make some gentle movement if that feels good. When you're ready, find stillness, and then inhale, extend your right leg high, and then exhale, pigeon pose. Guide your right knee behind your right wrist. Release the hips down, square them off. Make any adjustments. And then if it's available for you today, you can take a fold and just surrender into the moment, into the sensation. Embodying both the masterpiece and the work in progress. The masterpiece says, I am whole exactly as I am. The work in progress says, and I am allowed to grow. This is the journey of life, is understanding this. work yourself back up to seated. Shift your weight over towards the right as you bring your left leg up and around to the front, straightening it in front of you. Right leg could come into half bound lotus or half butterfly. Flex your feet, straighten your spine. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale to fold over the leg. Send your breath to any parts of your body that needs it. Allow it to transmute any tension into ease, any stress into peace. And roll up when you're ready. Bend your right knee. Bring the right sole of the foot down to the inside of your left inner thigh. Flex the left foot towards you. Option to bind. Right arm around the right knee. Left arm wraps around the back, reaching for the fingers. Maybe it's a half bind, maybe no bind at all. When you're ready, you can gently fold or remain upright. In this pose, it's easy for the right hip to lift off the earth, so you want to make sure that both of your hips are as anchored down as possible. Slowly rise back up to seated. Release the bind if you had it. Straighten both of your legs, shake everything out, and then shift your weight forward and make your way onto your back. You can reach your arms forward and use your core to lower down vertebrae by vertebrae. Once you're on the earth, hug your knees in towards your chest, rock side to side. And coming into happy baby, you can reach for the insides or the outside edges of your feet. Guide the knees down towards the earth, sway side to side. Option to straighten out one of the legs, maybe straightening through the right leg, bending through the left knee, and then switching sides. Or maybe you straighten through both legs and come into a reclined straddle. If so, anchor your low back down to the earth. Take 1 or 2 more breaths wherever you are. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final hug, the best hug you've given yourself all practice. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Take an inhale. And then exhale, release into your final Shavasana. Allow your arms to relax alongside your body, palms facing up to receive the medicine of this practice. Feel the weight of the earth against your body, holding you and supporting you as you let everything else go and you surrender into this state of rest. Sense the rhythm of your breath gradually return back to its natural flow. Your shoulders, your hips got so much love today. We did a lot of binding, which could have felt like obstacles, but we turned those obstacles into support, the body supporting itself. What if the things that you think are holding you back are actually holding you together? How can we find freedom within structure? How can boundaries become a place where we expand into the highest versions of ourselves? And like usual, please feel free to remain in Shavasana for as long as your body needs today. If you're ready to get up and move on into the rest of your day, then please make that transition in your favorite, most nourishing way. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself today, for sharing your practice with me. They truly help and made you feel even 5% better. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this practice, please share your experience down below or offer any feedback. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, it would mean the world to me. Your support allows me to keep creating and keep sharing these practices with you. And before you go, I have a free daily meditation available for download in the description and in the comment links. It includes journaling prompts, and it's designed just to help you start your day every day from a more regulated, grounded, and centered place. Only takes 10 minutes. And if you're interested in diving deeper with me, I have a lot of offerings, and I have a special program available that you can also find in the description or in my Stand store. The links are down below. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. I can't wait to practice with you again. Much love.